Thank you very much. Thank you to the Answer Coalition for letting us speak and for organizing the rally. I see a lot of dedicated people here today, a lot of people who I've seen over the years, but there is a yawning gap between what we see here and the level of anti-war consciousness out there, as Dick was saying earlier, throughout the whole world. We have millions of people rising up in the Middle East. All it took was a short little video to make people realize and crystallize the hatred that they have for U.S. imperialism, the humiliation that they've been subjected to for years and years and years. And now we're in the throes of the U.S. elections, another shell game. And we are led to believe that there is some kind of difference between the two parties. And they limit their differences to personality characteristics and a slight change in tactics of how they might attack one country or another country. But really, it's a choice between two pro-war candidates. It's an illusion of choice. What we're seeing here with the Obama administration is the continuity of the Bush era's war against the world, of occupying countries throughout the world, and 130 countries and more, 900 military bases throughout the world. Not only is it continuity, but it's escalation. It is definitely escalation. Bush invaded Afghanistan and Iraq. Obama kept those wars going, escalated the war in Afghanistan with the troop surge, escalated the war in Pakistan with the drone bombings, and I'm glad to see here today Code Pink, who along with the United National Anti-War Coalition led a delegation to Pakistan to say no to the drone bombings, no to the U.S.-led drone bombings. But not only that, but the drone warfare is coming to the United States, and that's what we're seeing is a war abroad brings the war at home. If you can remember back just late last year when the Occupy movement was really popping off, you had tanks rolling through the streets. You had a coordinated campaign between the mayors throughout the cities throughout the United States with the Department of Homeland Security. This is the war coming home because the war abroad has expanded, so they must expand the war here at home. You have wars in Yemen. You have the occupation of Haiti under the United States. You have the NATO-led attack in Libya. And the same thing with the threats against Iran and Syria. It's happening all over again. This is a redivision of the Middle East, of Africa. And it is an inter-imperialist, it is a world superpower war. It has the elements of a world war with the players in the world economy, China and Russia and the United States competing for bits and pieces of Africa and trying to have control of the oil. And one thing is to be said for this idea that Obama is definitely better than Romney. No, that is absolutely not true. We're not talking about the lesser of two evils. We're talking about the more effective of two evils, as Glenn Ford from the Black Agenda report has said. And we have to make the decision now of what we're going to do. Are we going to put our faith in the electoral system where we're going to have a more effective evil perhaps, or a very, very evil regime under the Romney administration, or depend on our own strength out in the streets, just like the 20 countries that rose up against the United States, just like the Occupy movement that rose up against the 1%, just like the people in Wisconsin that rose up against union busting, just like the Arab Spring. These are the lessons that we have to remember, maintain, and keep in our collective memory, because if we're going to fight back, we have to keep the movement independent, out in the streets. No U.S. war on Afghanistan, no U.S. war on Iraq, no U.S. war everywhere. And I want to also say that the wars that are happening not only against the oppressed people throughout the world are wars against working people here, against the unions, against people of color, against the political prisoners that are in jail and incarcerated all over the United States. And I want to thank everybody for coming out here today, and have a beautiful day. Thanks again to the Answer Coalition. My name is Mark. I'm from the United National Anti-War Coalition. Thank you.